Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey everybody, super welcome. It's great to have all of you tune us in and turn us on. I'm probably going to have to make an adjustment with my mic here because we're trying to get the whole center the video thing going on. And then it's a whole new world. We're really excited about this whole new world though. And I'm just out of my skin to introduce you to Crystal Blue Oracle.
Hi guys.
Valerie Trujillo. I'm not even saying, how am I saying that? Because I don't want to say the J because my South American cousins would be like, what are you doing?
It's Trujillo.
Trujillo, right?
Trujillo.
Thank you.
Yes.
Got it. I love it. But David's like, geez, Pat, how many times have you practiced that? I could get like an excuse. I could get like this old school excuse about, oh my God, I'm learning different. No, I'm not going there because this is about Crystal Blue Oracle.
Learning, no, Pat. Every day is a day for learning. It's just it's okay. It's okay.
It is okay.
All right.
You're absolutely right. Look, here's the thing I love. I want to say this to all of you because there's an energy, and I'm not going to talk about it so much, but Valerie's going to talk about it. There is an energy, and it's been really hard for us to wrap our left brain around it. I'm doing like 4 shows in the next 2 days about it. It's an energy. And, my friends would say, you got to be more specific. As a matter of fact, somebody said this to me, Valerie. They said, oh, you got to be more specific. But Valerie is here for a lot of reasons. Let me tell you why. This is who Valerie is. I had the honor of working with her the other day on a recording for her show, which you're going to hear about her upcoming show. And I sat there in a few moments, and there was this very special gift that was given to her. And I'm not going to tell you about it because this is hers. This is hers. But as we were doing this, she shared it with me, and we recorded it. And the energy vibration and the tears, my eyes filled up. And I don't know the person that gave this to her, and I don't know the situation or didn't know it, but there is an energy. Dr. Vic would say, welcome to my world, step into the energy paradigm. But Valerie would say, as a medium, an empath, a psychic, angel energy healer, teacher, shamanic practitioner, reverend, master oracle card reader, which we are going to read cards today, and oracle and spiritual counseling. This is a journey. Any one of those things sits you at the beginning of the yellow brick road. And any step you take will take you down a path where you may meet scary things along the way. You may have to help a tin man find a heart. You may have to battle your own lack of self-confidence. But this is what she does. She embraces whoever you are, her own gifts, and her purpose to help people on that yellow brick road journey to truth. And on the way, if you look at that and you think about it, what were the hostage points that we face that stop us from living our highest good? What is it that holds on to us so deeply, deeply shackling from our past that we can't get by ourselves? So whether it's a reading, and you're going to hear this story today, and the evolution of someone, or someone's journey to continue to learn and grow and study and show up in the world we are living in today to help other people do the same. This is a calling. Each of us has a calling. You don't have to be me doing a radio show, or Benny, or Valerie, or David. You have a calling. You are with us on the journey. Today, you're going to hear about how a journey unfolds in a time where the world needs this woman. Valerie, it's great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Pat. I'm glad to be here. I'm
You know,
honored.
walking the path together, right? I shared that little joke story about my friend, and may you always walk in beauty. And then her comment for about 4 years was, but not today. And so I want to ask you this question. I gave folks just a snapshot of your journey. I would like to know, what obstacles, Valerie, what challenges did you have to overcome to get to the place where, one, you could acknowledge the gifts you have, talk about the gifts you have, and then help others through the gifts you have?
Well, it started young. I mean, I always have had these gifts, and I never fully embraced them. But when my guides would talk to me, I would listen. Um, I felt spirit everywhere. I connected with deceased loved ones, and I didn't talk about it because it was kind of taboo. You know, people look at you like, okay, you didn't take your medicine today.
Right.
What's going on? You know, so a lot of things I'd never mentioned to people, but I always had the knowing. Um, Growing up, I was brought up in the Catholic Church, where all that stuff was follow the Catholic religion. And when I became an adult, I left that after I got confirmed, and walked my path, living my life. Um, it wasn't until I started going through the abuse with my ex-husband that my family started coming through. My grandmother came through in a dream, letting me know everything was going to be okay. Um, Having going back to church as I got older, I thought I was pressured, and I felt like I needed that. And I did, because I believed the creator, and I call the creator God or goddess. I am that I am. And I usually use I am that I am. And I believe that I was put in the church so I could recognize that ultimately God is love. The creator is love. There is no higher purpose than love, and sharing that love, and not being all the negative things that come with low vibration. Because if you're in love, one with yourself, you can love other people. You can do what love does with other people, shows compassion, shows grace, shows more gratitude, whether the relationship is good or bad, um, shows forgiveness, shows patience for what other people are going through, because not everybody is at different levels. Nobody is better than the other. Nobody is supposed to be more gifted than another person, to be held up in esteem. Everybody is at a different level, because we're all learning. This is a classroom, the life that we live, and we have to want to be better. There's so many people that are distracted with what's going on in the world right now. And at the same time, the planets and the energy are moving around. The veil has lifted, and me getting to this point is to show people that they're not alone in their walk. They're
Yeah.
not crazy,
Yeah.
So I personally didn't look at my gifts more until after it was 2017. I had left the church and came more north in Colorado. And I went to another church that was non-denominational, and I enjoyed it. But Spirit was telling me, you're moving up a level now, so you have to leave. What you're going to do now is to help the collective. And are you ready? And it took me a while to say, hey, this I don't take lightly. This is supposed to help my future generations and my ancestors. I can't take this lightly. So if I'm going to say yes, I can't do it halfway. I have to do it all the way or not at all. So I said, okay, I'm ready. And it brought me to here today with a lot of trust in Spirit, a lot of surrender of who I am. It's not about me. I'm the vessel, the conduit for Spirit, for the collective, to help people know that they're not alone, that they don't have to live in misery.
You said so many things that I want to talk with you about as we move forward, because sometimes we get asked by friends and family, why? And one of the hardest answers to that question, because I used to try to explain it, Valerie, I used to try to chime in with some logical, I don't know, like, well, now it's simple. I am called to do more in the world to help people. Today, it's a broadcast network. Today, it's our expansion. Today, it's working with you. Today, it's introducing you to the best listening audience on the planet. That's what today is. And when we come back, Valerie, I want to talk about how we move forward in love and light in the face of fear, in the face of failure, in the face of defeat, and whatever that face is. Love and light can bust through any layer of that crust. We're going to take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back with the show, right back with Valerie. You're going to get to hear not just about our journey, but about the beauty of walking the path and how she has said, yes, I am all in now. I am going to do a show. I am going to reach out to people. And I want to tell you, that is a big yes for all of us. Let's take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the energy of yes and what it means to be all in. Sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes, I think back on my life and I start to doubt myself, and then I'll get an email from one of you or an instant message, because I said this yesterday. I mean, oddly as it seems, my entire focus in everything I do and every step I take is in support of you all, the best listeners and viewers now on the planet, all of you. I don't ask you what you believe in. I don't ask you for what you give, none of that. And that's what Valerie's here to do, because we have a commitment as we move into this age of Aquarius now, as you start to move forward, with Jupiter finishing its turn in Capricorn. It's all about work, it's all about getting things done right now. As we move into this new space and new energy and a fantastic blue moon, the meditation for me has never changed, Valerie, in 20 years, since I was really depressed, super like crazy depressed. I had everything according to other people. It was like, dude, you just graduated. You like won awards. And I'm telling you, couldn't crack a smile. And this
Yeah.
is what the universe showed up and offered me, but only if I was willing to walk the path, face the challenges, understand failure, understand what it means to do this. Now, before we talk about love and light, because love and light was the glimmer that helped me move, how can folks, one, find out about you, but also tell them about the show?
Okay. Love and light. My business name is Crystal Blue Oracle, and people can reach me at crystalblueoracle.com, which is on my website. My Yahoo is crystalblueoracle@yahoo for my email, and people can call me too, 970-663-0824. For I do readings on Zoom, healings I do remotely because of COVID, of course. Um, but Love and Light came to be. I happened to see someone post something about Love and Light on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, because before that I would put nothing but love, and I'm like, that's a good one, love, nothing but love, but Love and Light, because that's what I project. um I've had people, other gifted people, look at me and say, wow, you are just so blown up right now, so illuminated. I've had clients tell me, I walked by and I felt your energy and I felt love. And I'm like, wow, this is who I am and what I try to project to people. Because ultimately, passing that love and raising your vibration and being happy makes you illuminate.
Mm.
People don't realize that it's not anything heebie jeebie, it's energy, your vibration. If you're unhappy, if you're depressed, if you're in an addiction, those are low vibrational things. Negativity, greed, jealousy, huge depression. It's all low vibration. As you become grateful for what you have, no matter how little it is,
Ah,
no matter how much in lack at the moment you are, be thankful for what you have, because you know what? There's somebody out there who doesn't have what you have.
no kidding.
And as you raise that vibration and you're thankful, spirit's like, she's thankful. I'm going to give her more, because like attracts like. If you're going to be negative, you're going to attract things that make you more negative. If you're jealous, you're going to attract more things that make you jealous.
Oh my God, yeah.
If you're not dealing with your own life, those things will trigger you to say, hey, I'm right here looking right at you. What you're looking at that person and you're saying, oh, I don't like that about that person. That's something you don't like about yourself. And a lot of people don't even want to admit that. But that's one of the hugest things to healing, surrendering to those feelings, realizing that I got to fix myself. I can't be better for anybody else till I'm better for me. And that's what brought on the Love and Light. Um, makes me shaky. I've gone through a lot, and Spirit has told me they've saved my life numerous times, and I know that. So I'm grateful for everything. My kids, my grandkids, the people that I meet every day, the people I work with you guys, New Tribe, and with the future collective that comes to us, that wants to be held and supported for who they are. They don't have to be perfect, because there's no such thing. They don't have to be normal. There is no normal. We
Yeah.
don't have a normal.
Yeah.
Everybody has been programmed in this world to be a certain way, and if you're not, then you know what, you are not accepted.
Yeah.
You, and that's not how it should be. That's not what it is anymore. And that's why I'm here, because I'm here to let people know black sheep, outlaws, shy people, um, bookworms, bullies, we're all here together. We all bleed the same blood. We all have the same hurts, the same visions, the same hopes and dreams. And people need to know that that's supposed to bring us together, not separate us.
Yeah.
So
You're
that's
absolutely right about this because, one of the things that you are energetically and life path wise and everything you do is, and I love what you shared about love. And when you put love and light together, you know what I love about this? So here's what I learned about being really sick, deathly sick. 2004, 6 months after I said yes to doing this, and the minute I got behind a mic, so this is a little new school with the headset. But back in the day, you go into Benny's studio. I don't know if he's going to show us a picture, but you go into studio and there's like a mic, and then you're like the mic. And the first time I stepped into that arena, love showed up and light. Now, I didn't know much about either. We've had a bumpy road. And I want to talk to you about this one thing when we come back. I get asked a lot of questions. New people come on the show and then they'll go back and they'll listen to the show. And in the beginning, they hear Dr. John DeMartini. And I emailed John the other day. And I said, John, I'm still using the intro you did about, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe. And folks have said to me, do you still want to use that intro? And I said, absolutely. I said, what Dr. John DeMartini felt is an expression that I couldn't do. I couldn't do it. I couldn't express why we're doing this. You are a beautiful light and love energy that captivates the hearts and the souls when you speak. You are so like my mentor, Sidonia Cahill, who passed away very suddenly. But you are also like a woman that knows about what it means to fail. When we come back, we will talk, we'll address this question. I want to ask everybody this question. Are you afraid to fail? Are you afraid you will fail? Are you afraid of that? We're going to talk about that. I don't really think I know a mother on the planet like a mother, like you have a baby or you adopt a baby, but see, you're a mother. You're a mother metaphorically because there are people in your tribe that look at you. I have never spoken to a woman or a man, by the way, that is raising a child that when they're asked, what are you most afraid of on that journey? And when we come back, you'll hear something that is so innate in us, but yet so absolutely, we are so powerful to just crush it. Maybe with love and light. Let's take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back with the most amazing Valerie, and we're going to give you lots of information. And by the way, we are going to pull a card for you today. We are going to do a reading for you today. No, not we. Valerie's going to do it. I'm just going to sit here and I may ask her to do something for us. 1-800-930-2819. David over on Facebook. People want to do that. We'll get information because this show, what she's bringing, this is like for you. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. I don't know who that is, Benny.
It would be the
Should
light.
I know? Should I know that?
That was the name of the song, Light Bulbs. It's a not one that's so mainstream.
It
Let's
was
just say
good,
that.
Benny.
I just went there.
You did just go there. I love you, Benny.
I mean, it could be mainstream for some or not in the others, or I'm just going to stop talking.
Isn't that kind of like the song that what's her name? Anna
Anna Kendrick
Kendrick
Cups.
Cups.
Mm-hmm.
Like people thought, didn't she? That was she really did the cup song.
Yeah, but it sprung like wildfire.
It blew up.
And I actually
Sure
really
did.
did a version of Creep by Radiohead because I went through a really depressing time and I actually recorded it. And I honestly, Benny, don't know why we did a show about that where I actually played that recording, but that was like, oh. Also did a rap song. But that's not about me today. It's about Valerie. Valerie, before we keep going, and we're taking calls, everybody. We're going to get to you in a hot second, I promise. Um, Again, how do people find out about you? I am so excited for your show. I'm just like, I forgot when you were speaking. I forgot that it was actually
Yeah, it's November 10th, 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, and I happen to live in Mountain Time. That's why I put that out there. You can go to crystalblueoracle.com for my website. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and YouTube. I'm also going to probably put some videos on YouTube too to just build what I'm doing on the show.
and we do that too for you.
Yeah, and I'm excited for all of that because it's just coming together. I mean, yesterday I thought I was missing things, and having my portrait with Metatron, he's just telling me, you don't do this, get up and do this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. So yeah, I got some stuff done last night too.
So what does Metatron want to say before we go to our listeners? You want to share something about Metatron with us? Maybe are we able to show him?
Yes, last night, my shamanic practitioner teacher, she's also a soul portrait artist, and she's so gifted. I had paid for her to do a spirit guide portrait for me, and Metatron is the one who came through, and this is it.
Wow,
Isn't that beautiful?
it's awesome. It's amazing.
And Metatron is with me now as my spirit guide. Before it was Archangel Michael, but Metatron says that for what I'm doing now with the podcasts and my new adventure, he is the one who has to be guiding me. So I'm like, I think it started when the expo started again in September. He wanted me, a reader told me he wanted to work with me, and I'm like, that's fine. So he's always doing readings with me now as my guide to giving me the information. So I just love that portrait. I love what she does. She connects to people. She's a channeler. It's awesome. It's
powerful.
She validated everything that I already knew. She validated more.
You know, there's so much power that we're sharing. You know, I take a lot of grief by using the word power. I actually have a show that I'm doing tomorrow called Power Up Dr. Pat. And so sometimes people say, I was talking to somebody, one of my co-hosts, who said, you know, it's not so much about power, it's about empowerment. And I thought, is that true for women? See, I think that's something maybe that, no, I don't want to generalize. And what my response to him was, you know, for a long time for men like you, power was a given. So you were able to move to empowerment because it's more of a shared energy. But for those of us women that were told you don't have any power, especially in our corporate careers, you're not supposed to speak until you're told. And by the way, if you wear a pink shirt again, I'll fire you. Now, today, this is about bringing messages that ignite the love and the light. Love may be an energy, but light is an action, right?
It's an action and a frequency.
Thank you. So we have someone that is called in to get a special reading.
Awesome.
You ready? All right.
Yes.
Let me kick it back to Benny. Benny, you want to do the introduction?
Cynthia from Maryland, welcome to the show.
I always love Benny to say that. Hi, Cynthia.
Hello, how are you?
Awesome.
Good. Hi, Cynthia.
I'm going to turn you over to Valerie now, okay?
Thank you.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
It's going well.
Good. Okay. First of all, I need your permission to do this reading.
I'm sorry?
I need your permission.
Oh, yes, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me do this really quick. Close your eyes for a couple seconds and just think of what it is you want to connect to, how you want to connect. Spirit's going to give you what you need, not necessarily what you want, so you need to understand that now, okay? Let me know when you feel like you've given enough energy. We'll get started.
Okay, ready.
All righty. Let's see. Start with this deck. This is the Gateway Oracle cards. Metatron, show me clearly. What does Cynthia need to know? What does Cynthia need to know? Oh, and I noticed something was already upside down. It says planting seeds. Seeds of grace are planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So, what are you doing right now that's brand new? Well, maybe not brand new, but it's something you're working on.
Well, I have a lot of things on my plate, especially with my parents, but, I just wanted to know how my life is going to be, kind of things regarding of my husband. My husband is not with me, so he's in a nursing home.
Okay, this says mending bridges. I heal rifts, I am a mender. So do a lot of people come to you for guidance and advice?
Yes.
Okay. You're an empath, just like me. So you get messages, you already get messages, and sometimes you don't believe them. Sometimes you're like, I'm not crazy. That wasn't for me. But that was your spirit guides talking to you. This says believing in magic. I'm sorry, I haven't even shown you the cards. This one says planting seeds.
Hold it up a little bit higher.
A little higher?
Yeah. Ooh.
See, that's pretty.
Oh.
It's for all the stuff that she's doing. This one is mending bridges.
Oh, it's beautiful.
See, and as she does this is her specifically. And this is believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life. So get off the glare. So you need to understand that everything that you're doing, you're manifesting. You've been wanting these things for a long time, and they're finally coming to fruition, and you're kind of not sure if you should trust it. You should trust it. It's happening. This says cherishing self. I accept and love myself. Okay, this means accepting the gifts that you have. No, you're not crazy. We all are getting to the point where spirit is connecting to us, our spirit guides. So you need to be more open and listen to them. It's just a good example is like when you have the last $5 in your pocket, and I tell all my clients this, you have the last $5 in your pocket and you're about to drive by Dairy Queen and you're thinking, I'm gonna get an ice cream. And then you hear a voice that says, don't do it. Keep that money. And then you make a decision. That's where you have to take action. So either you'll spend the money and you'll get home and find out, oh crap, I needed that money. Or you'll keep it in your pocket and then you're like, oh, I have $5 to take care of this. So I don't have to worry because you listen to spirit. So you'll find those examples in your life where you have and haven't done that. Where you've listened to spirit when they've guided you and when you haven't. What you're doing now is starting to listen. You need to be more trusting and surrender and let spirit guide you, because spirit doesn't have anything negative to give to you. Spirit is here for our highest good. They are sitting there waiting for us, like the archangels. They're just like God, Goddess. they can't do anything until we ask. So when you ask the archangels for something, Cynthia, they're going to jump and help you get what you need. But right now they're like twiddling their thumbs. Okay, Cynthia, she's flipping out. We got to help her, but she's not asking. And then you ask.
That is totally true.
You literally say, help. I need help with the situation. And they're going to give it to you. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Cynthia, what do you think? You got this now?
Oh, yes, that is totally true. Yes, yes.
Awesome. Sending you a
Great.
lot of love and light. Lots
Yes,
of
love
it.
and light.
Yes, ladies.
Thank
I was
you.
honored to do your reading for you. Thank you.
Mm. Valerie, before we roll on here, I want to have folks know that this was just a short experience of some of the work you do with people. And
Mhm.
then you are doing something special for the holidays for a very good reason. Tell us about how people can work with you and also the work you do with groups, because right now there's a tribe energy and groups rarely think to get help, right?
Yeah.
And this is the time where you and I was talking about this yesterday. This is not the time to take the journey alone. I'm not saying like if you're me, like you're super quadruple million introvert, and there's sometimes honestly, you're Jessica and Linda are talking to me. Like I'm in my room and they're coming in with something really important. They're talking and I'm like completely glazed over. But this is the time to nurture. How do people work with you?
Uh, During the holidays, I offer, well, on a normal basis, I offer readings. You can go on my website to um, get them, or you can email me, and we can work that way too. It's crystalblueoracle@yahoo.com, or my website, crystaloracle.com. I also, during the holidays, especially, offer group readings where this only happened last year. Um, my cousin, I did a reading for her, and she contacted me and asked for a group reading for her and her girlfriends, and which I was more than happy to do. Um, it can't be too big. It depends on the group. If it's going to be like employees party, Christmas party, something like that, we have to work something out, because I can do little readings like what I just did for everybody for a flat rate
Right.
for so many hours, or I can do each person for $30, 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and get,
Jessica, myself, and Linda are going to do one with you.
oh,
We're gonna
awesome,
because we're gonna do it as as a group
the group.
because we are so heavily interconnected at our expansion and moving forward. That doesn't mean
Awesome.
we won't do it alone, but we really want to do this. Every year I like to look at where I am and give it give the opening. And that's what I want to say about what you do for people that are listening. This doesn't have to be about, oh my gosh, I so hate the holidays or I'm so sad about it. It could help people remove the past, remove past emotions, right? That might be
Exactly,
holding them back. Um,
exactly.
and again, how do they reach out to you to schedule those?
You can go to my website, that's crystalblueoracle.com,
Hmm.
and there's drop downs for readings, specifically readings or readings and healings. If you want to do a remote healing and a reading together, there's the price list, all that stuff is there. Or you can email me if you feel like you want a little bit more personalized. Email me at crystalblueoracle@yahoo.com. We can do, like, now we can do a Zoom for a reading. We can do it over the phone. I've done both. So it's however somebody is most comfortable. And right now I
Okay.
can't do physical healings because of what's going on with COVID. I can do remote healings, and I have done those very successfully.
Okay, let's talk for a minute. And I want to jump back to a couple of things that we've talked about earlier and just talk about the cards as well. Um, for a really long time, and this is important to get your insight. And oh, by the way, I think we may have time for one more. I should have said that 1-800-930-2819. So for a really long time, I didn't really share about the network and what we were doing, right? I come from working with a program that focuses on humility, right? And it's one of the famous 12-step programs. And, it humility, especially for me with the month of July, humility is that key word for that. Now, you usually get something that shows up like that you seriously need to work. So haven't shared, but recently, both Jessica is like, Pat, you don't ever talk about the network. I mean, you don't. I mean, you talk about it, but not really. And I said, you're right. We should do a show together to explain to folks why, when I say our technology is done, it has an impact. To share what our vision was like, to create something that reaches all people and gives people more tools. But part of this in our journey, Valerie, is you and I both had to face the energy of, will I fail? Until somewhere along the way, we learned a different question. What are you sensing from people about that? I have a dream, Valerie. I know where I'm going, but will I fail, Valerie?
Well, what I've learned, for one, is we don't fail. It's a learning experience. Spirit has taught me that we think like this because of all the stuff we've gone through in our lives. We don't have confidence. We don't think we can get there. What's what people told us when we were little kids as we've grown up to adults. But Spirit is like, we've got this for you. But you need to work on this in order to get that abundance. You need to work on the people that told you you weren't valuable, that you weren't worthy. And once you work on those things and let those things go, you allow abundance to come in. And as you move towards your goals, you're either going to get straight to it, you're going to get baby steps, because we also tend to have our expectations that are unreachable. And then when we don't reach them, we're like, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? And that's not the case. You made something unattainable. So how in the heck can you expect to get there? Baby steps. And soon you're going to be at the top of the mountain. You're going to be like, how in the heck did I do this? And it's because you have to have trust in Spirit. You have to work on those things that made you feel less than what you were. Remember, the things that happened to you in the past, they happened to you. They don't define who you are. That was someone else's reality thrown on you. You don't have to believe it anymore. And when you choose not to believe it, those people no longer have power over you, and you can release that energy, that emotion. That doesn't mean the things didn't happen to you, but they were learning lessons. Unfortunately, even through trauma, I went through an abusive relationship. It made me stronger because I was independent before, lost my identity during, fought for my identity afterwards. I had to go through my dark night of the soul, realizing that what he did to me was his shame to carry, not mine. And I had to release it. And I did finally last year, the very last piece before I started my journey, or going through my journey as a shamanic practitioner. That's one of the first things I had to release. And it's things that you think you've dealt with, that you stuffed in your pocket, thinking, I'm not touching it. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep enjoying life. I'm not looking about it. And then next thing you know, you pull change out of your pocket and there's that piece of lint, which is that emotion. And it's staring you right in the face. And there's your trigger. You flip out, you start bawling. You have no idea why. No idea. Unless you sit with yourself and think about, what did that person say? What did they do that triggered me, that made me do that? Then as you heal those things, you raise your vibration. Again, being more grateful, being thankful for everything you have. Again, like attracts like. So you're bringing all that back to you. Things start happening. Your energy changes, and so do your relationships. Those people that are low vibration start moving away from you. And you're moving up a level. You can't take them with you. You cannot, as much as you love some people, if they don't want to change, my brother-in-law used to always tell me, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I tell everybody that. So you have to let things go. And you have to ultimately realize you have to surrender to the process. You cannot heal unless you surrender to it. But I can tell you, I'm a living example that you can make it through and you can live your highest life. I'm doing everything as a vessel for spirit because this is what I chose to do in this lifetime. I've had the experiences that I've had, so I can let people know they're not alone in this.
Mama Doris used to say that. I mean, that you must have been channeling her right there. I mean, out of all the things you could have just said right there, I was like, what? There she comes. You know, it's interesting. We have to decide for ourselves. And I know we've got about 2 minutes left, but this is helping folks really, really understand what the truth is for them. I got an email that came by from a prominent coach, and it was, when is fake positivity harmful? And I just thought, well, wait, let me think. How about Viktor Frankl in the concentration camp? Was fake positivity for him harmful? So I was trying to feel the energy of that. Just the words fake and positivity. And I just thought to myself, I really have to give that some thought. I really want to explore that. Do I believe that? Do I believe there is such a thing as fake positivity from an energetic perspective? So these are some of the things and the questions that you help people explore, uncover. You know, the idea of failure, I can't even begin to count what society calls failure. I mean, I can't even begin to count, because if I did, I would have been doomed by the time I was age 8. I want to honor you for everything you do. I'm excited about your show. Please tell folks again, how do I work with you for the holidays? And let's get them over to take a look at your upcoming show.
Great. Reach me at crystalblueoracle.com. My email is crystalblueoracle@yahoo.com. My business phone number is 970-663-0824. You can leave a message, email me, get on there through the website. I will respond. I have been busy also too. I'm creating. I brought them some stuff that I made. I can make things for, as a shamanic practitioner. This is a healing wand, a healing feather wand.
Oh.
I made this. I make rattles. This one isn't complete because I want to do some work on it. I want to do some wood burning on it and some painting. And then I have shamanic practitioners know what these are. These are clipping sticks. I made these.
That's right.
And then I made another wand a long time ago. And you can see that's crystal and amethyst, and it's got selenite crystals. It's got
oh, it's beautiful.
Black. I can't remember what it's called.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's got everything. I do all these things. I work with people on prices. I'm also going to be making small rattles. I just got some stuff in for that. So I'll be wood burning on these.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so, and I made a rattle, not a rattle, healing wand for a child. I'll send you the pictures so I can put it on my website too.
Yeah, but, please.
My daughter, my 4-year-old granddaughter, they basically are like the little boy from Sixth Sense. They see dead people. I see spirits too, but not as prominently as they do. And I wanted to make a wand for my granddaughter. And one of my Angelic class students told me his 4-year-old daughter has the same thing. So I made her a wand.
Oh, it's beautiful. Wow.
It's
Valerie, this energy you're bringing forth and your expression of it, it's timely beyond control. Thank you so much for today. You bring your rattles, I'll bring my drum. You bring your sticks, I'll bring my spoons. And
Cool.
harmony is what we'll create together.
Yes, we will.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Much more to come. Please go to crystalblueoracle.com and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.